What if we could lighten our burden by taking a step towards clarity and embark on the path of wisdom and tranquility? Hello, dear viewers. Today we will learn what things you need to eliminate from your life. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and click the bell so you don't miss the next video. Number 1. Eliminating negativity. In the intricate tapestry of our lives, negativity often weaves its subtle threads, casting shadows on our brightest moments and coloring our perceptions with doubt. It's a familiar adversary, lurking in the corners of our minds, waiting to cloud our judgment and dampen our spirits. But have you ever pondered where this negativity stems from? It's not just an external force. Much of it is homegrown, sprouting from the seeds of our thoughts and beliefs. The journey to understand and overcome negativity begins with recognizing its many guises. It's not merely the pessimism we feel about future events. It's also the critical voice inside that belittles our achievements and magnifies our failures. It's the lens through which we view the world, often tinted with cynicism and skepticism. This negativity, however, isn't an unchangeable aspect of our character. It's a habit, a pattern of thinking that we've unknowingly nurtured over time. As we delve deeper, we find that negativity often serves as a defense mechanism, a protective barrier we construct to shield ourselves from disappointment and hurt. It's easier to expect the worst than to hope for the best and face disillusionment. But here lies the paradox. In our attempt to protect ourselves, we inadvertently build walls that isolate us from the joys and wonders of life. What if we reframe our understanding of negativity? Instead of viewing it as an inherent part of our psyche, we can see it as a challenge to be overcome, an opportunity for growth and transformation. Imagine a life where each negative thought is a signal, a reminder to pause and reflect, to choose a different perspective, one that is more empowering and constructive. Number 2. Toxic relationships. A term so often heard yet deeply misunderstood are not just about overt abuse or dramatic arguments. They manifest in subtler yet equally damaging ways, through consistent patterns of control, disrespect, or emotional manipulation. The complexity of toxic relationships lies in their disguise. They often start as intensely positive connections, making it harder to recognize their harmful nature as they gradually evolve. Over time, these relationships start exhibiting patterns that drain energy and happiness. They may be with a friend who subtly undermines your achievements, a partner whose affection is conditional and controlling, or a family member whose criticism is a constant background noise in your life. What makes these relationships particularly insidious is their ability to make us doubt our perceptions and beliefs. They often operate in a cycle where periods of positive interaction are followed by phases of negativity, creating a confusing mix of affection and distress. This pattern can lead to a phenomenon known as gaslighting, where one starts questioning their reality and judgments, leading to a significant decrease in self-confidence and self-trust. The question then arises, how does one break free from the clutches of such relationships? The journey begins with awareness and acknowledgement. It requires the courage to look beyond the surface and recognize the patterns that harm your mental and emotional health. It's about learning to trust your instincts and understanding that consistent discomfort or unhappiness in a relationship is a sign that something needs to change. But the path to freeing oneself from toxic relationships is not just about ending them. It's also about healing and rebuilding, rediscovering your self-worth, reestablishing your boundaries, and learning to trust again. It's a journey of transformation where the ending of one story becomes the beginning of another, a story of empowerment, self-respect, and renewed hope. As we unfold the layers of toxic relationships, remember, this is a narrative of liberation and growth. It's about turning the page on relationships that dim your light and writing new chapters that honor your worth and happiness. Number 3. Excessive worry. In today's fast-paced world, anxiety and overthinking have become all too common. But what can Stoicism teach us about handling excessive worry and finding peace in the chaos? Stoicism, founded in ancient Greece, is not just a philosophy but a way of life that offers profound insights into managing the mental turbulence caused by overthinking. The Stoics believed that excessive worry stems from our judgments and perceptions of external events. It's not the events themselves that trouble us, but our reactions to them. Imagine a ship sailing through a storm. The Stoics likened this ship to our minds navigating the turbulent sea of life. Excessive worry, they argued, is like trying to control the winds and waves, which is beyond our power. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, the ship itself. We can't always prevent external events, but we can choose how we respond to them. One of the key Stoic principles for managing excessive worry is the practice of negative visualization. It may sound counterintuitive, but by contemplating the worst-case scenarios in our lives, we become more resilient. We prepare ourselves mentally for challenges, making us better equipped to face them when they do arise. This practice allows us to turn anxiety into a tool for preparation and growth. Stoicism also advocates for the power of mindfulness. By staying present in the moment and accepting what is, we free ourselves from the shackles of worry about the past or the future. Instead of dwelling on things beyond our control, we focus on the here and now. This mindfulness helps us make better decisions and enjoy a sense of inner peace. Stoicism delves into a fascinating concept called amor fati, which translates to love of fate. It encourages us not only to accept what life throws at us, but to embrace it with enthusiasm. Can you imagine viewing every twist and turn in your life's journey as an opportunity rather than a burden? This Stoic idea challenges conventional thinking and opens the door to a life free from excessive worry. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to not miss new videos. Number 4, unrealistic expectations. It's not that Stoicism encourages us to settle for less, rather it invites us to set more reasonable and attainable goals. This, in turn, leads to a more fulfilled and content life. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain and gazing up at its towering peak. It's natural to desire reaching the summit, but Stoicism suggests that the true journey lies not in conquering the mountain, but in conquering ourselves. Unrealistic expectations can become burdens that weigh us down, making us focus solely on the destination and causing us to miss the beauty of the path itself. One fundamental Stoic practice to combat unrealistic expectations is the dichotomy of control. It divides the aspects of life into two categories: those we can control and those we cannot. Unrealistic expectations often revolve around things beyond our control, leading to disappointment. Stoicism encourages us to concentrate our efforts and desires on what we can influence, leaving behind what we cannot. Another important concept of the Stoics is eudaimonia, which is often translated as prosperity or fulfillment. Stoics believed that true happiness and contentment could be found not in external achievements but in the development of our own character and virtues. By shifting our focus from unrealistic external goals to inner growth, we free ourselves from the roller coaster of constant expectation and disappointment. Stoics introduces us to a powerful idea: the view from above. Imagine rising above the chaos of everyday life, seeing the world from a higher perspective. This Stoic exercise allows us to detach from the trivial and reevaluate our expectations. It's like taking a step back to gain a fresh bird's-eye view of our lives, which can lead to more realistic and fulfilling expectations. Number 5, the need for control. Why do we yearn for it, and what happens when we grapple with the uncontrollable forces of life? The Stoics offer a profound insight. While we may not have complete control over external events, we possess an unparalleled domain over our internal world, our thoughts, beliefs, and responses. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom: understanding the distinction between what lies within our control and what lies beyond it. But why, then, do we often find ourselves entangled in the pursuit of external control? It's a question that has perplexed philosophers and thinkers for centuries. Stoicism introduces us to the concept of the trichotomy of control. It's a framework that categorizes life events into three realms: things we have full control over, things we have partial control over, and things we have no control over. This framework serves as a guide, helping us navigate the complexities of life and allocate our energies wisely. Stoicism encourages us to embrace a profound concept known as amor fati. It challenges us not only to accept, but to wholeheartedly embrace the events and circumstances that unfold in our lives. In doing so, our relentless need for control transforms into an appreciation for the intricate tapestry of existence, a tapestry woven with the threads of unpredictability and mystery. Imagine life as a grand and intricate puzzle, with each piece representing an event or circumstance. Some pieces fit seamlessly, while others remain enigmatic. Stoicism teaches us that our role isn't to force every piece into place. Instead, it's to navigate the puzzle with grace, patience, and wisdom. Number 6. Clutter. The Stoics, possessing enduring insight, recognize the importance of bringing order not only to our physical surroundings, but also to our consciousness. They understood that the accumulation of material possessions and the pursuit of endless desires often lead to dissatisfaction and a loss of clarity. Imagine waking up in a space free of unnecessary distractions and surrounded only by the essentials. This scenario may sound appealing, and that's because it taps into a universal truth. Clutter can overwhelm us and hinder our ability to focus and thrive. Picture a cluttered room filled with items collected over the years. Each item carries a memory, an attachment, but also a weight. The Stoic principle of eudaimonia, or flourishing, encourages us to evaluate the true value of these possessions and consider whether they enhance our lives or encumber us. The Stoics encourage us to engage in a practice known as negative visualization. This technique involves briefly considering the loss of what we possess. It may seem counterintuitive, but by contemplating the impermanence of our possessions, we gain a deeper appreciation for them and learn to detach from unnecessary desires. Additionally, the Stoic idea of virtue comes into play. It's not just about decluttering physical spaces, it's also about decluttering our moral compass. The Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues serve as our guiding principles, helping us make decisions that lead to a simpler, more meaningful life. So why do we accumulate clutter in our lives? The answer lies in our natural inclination to seek comfort and security. However, the Stoics remind us that true comfort and security come not from material possessions, but from inner strength and wisdom. Number 7. Living in the past. Recall a time when you grappled with the inability to release a past mistake or a missed opportunity. It's as though you were trying to swim against the current of that flowing river, desperately clutching onto something that had already slipped through your grasp. Practice carpe diem and seize the day, a notion dear to the Stoics. They remind us that while we should reflect on our past experiences, we must not allow them to paralyze us. Instead, we should concentrate on taking purposeful actions in the present, actions that will shape a brighter and more fulfilling future. Picture yourself standing at the banks of a vast and ever-flowing river, a symbol of time perpetually in motion, carrying with it the entire tapestry of our lives. As humans, we often find ourselves captivated by the past, peering wistfully at the waters that have already slipped away. You should understand that this fixation on past moments can hinder us from fully experiencing the present and shaping our future. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, invites us to anticipate and prepare for future challenges rather than lingering on past ones. It's a proactive approach that empowers us to confront the uncertainties of life with unwavering resilience and unyielding courage. Number 8. Fear of change. Why do we fear change? The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, recognize that this fear stems from our desire for control. We crave predictability and certainty, the comfort of the known. Marcus Aurelius, a sage in a world of power and uncertainty, advised embracing change as a companion in the journey of life. He posited that our fear is not of change itself, but of our perceived inability to adapt to it. History is replete with examples where embracing change led to remarkable advancements and personal growth. Consider the great leaders, thinkers, and innovators who harnessed the power of change to make significant impacts. Their stories serve as powerful testaments to the potential that lies in embracing change. Let's delve into a Stoic exercise. Picture a tranquil sea, its surface a mirror to the sky. This sea represents our life in a state of no change. Now imagine a stone thrown into this serene picture, causing ripples across the surface. This stone symbolizes change. Observe how the ripples disrupt the calm, yet eventually they too become part of the sea's larger story. This is the nature of change, disruptive yet beautifully integral to the whole. The Stoics' journey in confronting the fear of change is not about eliminating this fear, but about transforming our relationship with it. It is about learning to see change as an opportunity for growth, a chance to practice resilience, and a way to align ourselves more closely with the natural flow of life. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we equip ourselves to navigate the ever-changing tides of life with grace, strength, and wisdom. In the end, the fear of change, much like the change itself, is a part of the journey, a chapter in the greater story of our lives. It's a chapter that, when approached with the clarity and insight of Stoicism, can lead to some of the most profound and fulfilling experiences of our existence. Number 9. Holding grudges. Grudges are born from the embers of conflict and disappointment. They represent our inability to let go of perceived wrongs. Like ivy, they cling and grow, entwining around our thoughts and emotions, often becoming so ingrained that they shape our identity and actions. Stoicism, with its emphasis on rationality and inner tranquility, offers a stark contrast to the turmoil of holding grudges. Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Epictetus taught that harboring resentment is a form of self-harm. It's akin to carrying a heavy load on a long journey, impeding our progress and tiring our spirit. In the Stoic view, forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It's an act of liberation, freeing oneself from the chains of past hurts. Forgiveness is seen as a gift to oneself, a way to reclaim peace of mind and redirect energy towards constructive pursuits. Consider the stories of individuals who have overcome immense personal strife and conflict. Their journeys of forgiveness and reconciliation offer powerful illustrations of the human capacity to transcend bitterness and embrace a larger vision of life. In the Stoic quest to conquer the habit of holding grudges, we find a path to emotional freedom and wisdom. It's a journey that requires courage, self-reflection, and a steadfast commitment to inner peace. By releasing the grip of past grievances, we not only unburden our hearts but also unlock the doors to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. This exploration of grudges through the Stoic lens is more than just a philosophical exercise. It's a practical guide to living with greater ease, harmony, and joy. It invites us to shed the unnecessary weight of past hurts and step into a lighter, more serene way of being. Number 10. Procrastination. At its heart, procrastination is the art of delaying. It's a dance with time where the steps of action are perpetually postponed. This dance, though seemingly harmless at first, often leads us into a maze of lost opportunities and unfulfilled potential. The Stoics, with their focus on living a life of purpose and rationality, viewed procrastination not just as a minor lapse, but as a significant barrier to virtuous living. Stoic wisdom on time and action, that time is our most precious resource, one that, once lost, can never be reclaimed. Seneca, the renowned Stoic philosopher, warned of the dangers of squandering time, emphasizing the importance of using it wisely. He likened life to a play where each moment is a scene we must live fully, not a rehearsal to be postponed. To navigate the labyrinth of procrastination, mindfulness is a crucial tool. It involves being fully present in the moment, aware of our actions and choices. Mindfulness allows us to recognize the subtle onset of procrastination and to redirect our focus towards constructive action. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. By stepping out of our comfort zones and tackling tasks head-on, we build resilience and character. Procrastination, in contrast, keeps us tethered to the familiar and the easy, stunting our personal development. This narrative is more than a philosophical discourse. It is a practical roadmap to a more productive, fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, friends. Don't forget to like and be sure to subscribe. May the Force be with us.